Welcome to Titan Titans, Season 2, Episode 3.
Finally, at last, at long bloody last.
I know it's been like a 3-week wait. Obviously, mostly because I've had the dreaded lungy. Chris has been waiting patiently. Every day I've been saying, do you want to date the morning? And Chris was like, yeah, I'm up for it. And I've said, I'm no.
Yeah, we'd always get to 5 o'clock and you'd be like, I feel like shit.
I feel like shit. Can we do this another time? I feel like, usually I feel like shit after it because of the amount of rum I consume. But you're not supposed to feel like shit before it. So we're back. We're back after 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think we'll probably need some sort of a recap. Previously on,
right? Yeah, no, we'll definitely do a recap. I'm just going to. Sorry, I'm just like I don't want to miss any of the live chat, so I'm trying to get us on all the platforms to make sure that I don't miss any of the.
I can't even help with any of that anymore. I have zero social media presence now. I don't even have Messenger.
Have you? Have you not got Messenger?
No, I deleted. If you request permanent account deletion on Facebook, then they take away your Messenger as well. It's a privilege, not a right.
Bastards.
Bastards.
Obviously, we're streaming this on Facebook, and I just called them bastards. I don't know how that's going to pan out. That's going to be
Zuckerberg.
Bastards is the absolute least worst thing that Facebook have ever been called. Mark Zuckerberg's just kind of going, is that all you've got?
Bastards is what someone says when they clear their throat when they're ranting about Facebook. It's a horrendous platform. Proud to be on
it. Next week brought to you from Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. MySpace, Bebo, proud to host Titan and Titan.
Bring back Bebo.
Yeah, we probably do need a previously on Titan and Titan. Basically, Chris Rod McBelfast is on a quest through the Forest of Doom. I can't even remember why. Your question. We're trying to find two halves of a kind of. Is it a hammer or an axe?
I just have bronze head and polished ebony shaft.
We all have a bronze head and an ebony shaft. Right. So do you know what? Right. So I think it's either a hammer or an axe. Right. You've got to get two halves. I'm going to start again. Right. Welcome.
We've got precious little time for the amount of shite that we talk. As it
well, I figured since we missed 2 weeks, we're doing a 3-hour stream tonight. Is that it?
Yeah, we have to, I suppose.
Yeah, do you know it's the law? But to be fair, since our first couple of episodes were about 5 hours long, we're probably still slightly ahead of the game.
Yeah, we're still in the red.
Right, so I should have used that 30 seconds to actually check.
Did you just sit there? I can't see you whenever that thing comes up.
Basically, it's a hammer, right? Right, you've got two halves of a hammer. You've got two halves of a hammer. Basically, you're kicking about this forest trying to find two halves of a hammer. And I imagine they're in two different locations because it'd be really rubbish if they're both there.
We just find them assembled.
Find them just kind of going. They were two halves, but somebody found them, put them together on a previous quest, and then died. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. So we've actually got comments, Chris.
Already.
Angel Interceptor. Laura says hello. 2010 and 4, my favourite. No idea.
2010 and 4 are my favourite.
Oh,
Is that a
I
riddle?
think it was the countdown. It was the
Oh,
countdown.
right.
That kind of makes sense now. Obviously, do you know, I feel like we've messed this up. I'm going to start again.
Hey, don't you fucking dare. No, actually, I know this isn't. I should have asked before the stream, but could you grab me a YouTube link?
No.
Fair enough.
You've
got boundaries, and I will respect them.
Just tell your pal to subscribe to me, and then he won't need it. Laura wanted 20. She missed 20, so. Welcome back to Tight 10 and Tight, right?
I can't wait to design the new one of those. I'm planning to design the new intro, and it'll finally replace that Space Age countdown.
Chris is going to get a new intro. Kind of on the go. Laura's quite excited by the appearance of Yes. So Chris is going to get a new intro on the go. That's not to say that the old intro won't make the occasional appearance like it just did. So anyway, Chris, you're on a quest. Rod McBelfast is on a quest to find two halves of a hammer in a forest, which
two hammer halves
is landed on a haystack to me.
The hammer half of horrors.
Hammer, what? Right, and the last episode ended with you finding a Barbarian line spread-eagled.
That's right. And there was vultures circling above overhead.
And let me tell you, there's been a ton of erotic fan fiction has been written about this very scenario in the 2 weeks. That's why I wasn't able to. That's why I wasn't able to stream, is the fact that I've been writing all this slash fiction.
I thought you were going to say you've had a 3-week-long cold shower. You've only managed to beat it down.
No, I managed to beat it down throughout.
Up and down. Right, let's not start this week the way we did last time.
Rum. Laura, who's watching, I do a podcast with Laura. It's making a welcome return soon, but we haven't done it at all this year. And let's just say a lot of rum was consumed during that podcast. Basically, comedy, podcasting, and streaming is just how I facilitate my alcoholism.
Yeah, they're just convenient excuses.
Exactly. It's very difficult to have kind of legitimate family time and just kind of going. So anyway, Dad, would you like to watch the latest episode of Words from Gummidge? And I'll say, yeah, let me just get a bottle of rum on the go.
It's like, son, you know what the process is. Don't talk to me till I'm on my next rum break. I'm drinking rum seriously right now.
We've got two couches. You get two couches. The kids are watching the couch. They try and go, oh, wasn't that a good bit? I went, don't look at me. Don't look directly at me. Watch the telly. Dad's drinking rum. Laura just said that her liver has recovered. That's why we've had an extended hiatus.
Yeah, liver had to decrease in size by 60% before it was medically healthy for her to drink again.
It's not been a good night unless I've pissed blood at the end of it.
Pissing someone else's blood.
Exactly. So anyway, I feel that 10 minutes in isn't even the longest deviation we've had. But anyway, so I'll reread this as I kind of previously, right? Ahead of the grasses, you hear a low moan. See, this is just asking for erotic fan fiction. You look up to see the vultures patiently waiting overhead. A few steps further, you see the ugly sight of a huge man with his muscle. I want to start that again because it didn't seem to flow right. A few steps. Right, let's do it.
No.
Only kidding. Right, a few steps further, you see the ugly sight of a huge man with muscles like knotted iron staked to the ground. See what I mean? This is just begging for it.
Staked.
His arms and legs are tied to 4 large wooden pegs driven deep into the ground. The man is naked, except for a small loincloth, and his skin is badly blistered from the sun. That last bit's not as sexy.
Nah, not unless you got a popping fetish.
Unless you had to just kind of go, just pick the skin off. Even just, just kind of peeling it. Anyway, right. His face and chest show the bloodied signs of cruel torture. Now we're back at the good stuff. His captors will not have gained the information they sought from him because he's a barbarian. Do you want to cut him free or do you want to leave him to his agony and return to the path and head north? That was your choices.
I mean,
yeah, I think you
after
made
this,
the choice.
I think I made it. I think after this much build up, we got a cut.
I think you right? That if you cut him free, he'd go a bit rad.
Yeah, but I think he'd be on our side, right? You went Walt Disney for a second.
Do we though? Do we need to cut him free? Because you say that, but is that not the whole point of a cliffhanger? Is the fact that you're like, oh, what's going to happen? And then the least dramatic thing usually happens at the other end of it.
Wait, is that the policy now?
I'm a Doctor Who fan. No. I'm just saying, as a Doctor Who fan, that's been my entire life. Oh, how's he going to get this? All right, he did that.
Yeah, it's like the one where they're like stuck in the room, and they're like, oh, but if we put a program on our screwdrivers and it runs through my life, and then it runs through your life, and then it runs through his life, we can hit the resonant frequency of this door and then break it, and then it turns out that the door was just unlocked.
And Clara opens it.
That's right.
Right. That was nearly. The terrifying thing about that is that's nearly 8 years old. That's over 8 years old now.
What?
2013, that episode aired.
Wait, when was Christopher Eccleston?
Boom! Christopher Eccleston was 2005.
Fuck off. Wow.
2005. He was a doctor. Come April, he was a doctor 17 years ago.
Come April.
Come April's my favourite month of the year. Come April, everybody's sexiest holiday.
A demand.
Yep. Laura just clarified that 2005. It's as if Laura and I did a Doctor Who podcast together.
Oh, I'm going to have to drop out of this race. The last time I watched Doctor Who, I think, was Matt Smith. Back when Karen Gillan was still in it.
That was I didn't even know that Karen Gillan wasn't still in it. I just watched those in a loop. Laura's asking who I am. She doesn't know me, even though just when I said that we've done a podcast the other night, it's like kind of reverse stalking. You know, you've got people commenting, and I'm going, well, I know that person.
You just insist on
me. Anyway, we're now nearly 15 minutes in. You haven't made a choice.
What's Laura?
Right. Do you know, I'm just. So, I brought that to 20s for Laura's benefit.
You keep freezing up.
She also mentioned 15 is a good number, but we're not going there. I feel like I have actually kind of overplayed my hand with that joke. It's no longer funny. Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of season 2 of Titan 10 on Titan. I'm sorry we haven't been on for the last few weeks, but if you have missed out, we had a brief hiatus on account of the fact that I'm not well. We ended last episode on a cliffhanger where Rod McBelfast had come across a Barbarian dirty bastard.
Come across a pegged Barbarian.
Come across a pegged. Rod McBelfast pegged a Barbarian. Even though he had all the equipment needed to do it himself, he still chose the pegging route.
I've always wondered if a woman straps on to fuck a man, it's called pegging. But what's it called when a man straps on to fuck a woman? I don't want to use mine. I'll use this one. Right, okay. Free the Barbarian. Free him. Let's go. Free him.
I can't believe free Barbarian. So right, we're going to cut this. We're going to cut this. This does sound like a real bizarre euphemism. Right?
Free him. Free my Barbarian.
I'll tell you. I'm actually. The next time that I'm engaged in a sexual encounter, which will probably be in the next 15 years, I'm going to yell out the phrase "Free the Barbarian."
Yeah. It's better than. Never mind. But yeah, free the Barbarian's a good
Free
one.
the Barbarian.
Yeah.
Laura, she said, "Is this what the past 2 years would have been like if I'd been in control of the tech?" Dodged a bullet there.
Yes, you did. Oh, we've got some tech work.
I know. Look at this.
Level pegging.
So you're going to cut the Barbarian free. Free the Barbarian.
Free the Barbarians.
Let's free the Barbarian. Right, let's see how this pans out. Do you know what? Spoiler alert, I don't think this is going to work out well for anybody.
Definitely not the Barbarian.
Well, we'll find out. Let's do it. I'm just the fact that I'm checking what your current skill and stamina is probably an indicator of how this is going to pan out.
Oh, if it's fighting the vultures, that's fine.
You cut the thick ropes holding the Barbarian. This is just getting more erotic. He grunts. Again, more erotic. And sits up to rub his wrists and ankles. Again, still up in the ante on the erotic. He looks at you and sneers. Still 50-50. He's either delirious or ungrateful.
Who would be ungrateful in this situation?
For he pulls out one of the wooden stakes from the ground and turns to attack you. The Barbarian has a skill of 9 and a stamina of 7.
Okay.
You've got a skill of 12 and a stamina 18, so I think you've probably got this.
I'm never doing anything nice ever again. This has just killed that part of me.
Imagine if this was your rationale for becoming an absolute prick in real life.
Imagine. I don't need to imagine.
Imagine if tomorrow there's like an old woman who falls over like in the middle of the road and there's a car coming towards her and you try to help her up and you remember what this Barbarian did. You just push her back down and walk away.
No, I'm just going to spit on her. Deal with it.
Son,
pick yourself up.
Help me, son. I'm falling and I can't get up.
I'm going to help you to die, you old bitch.
A woman was found today with tire marks on her back and spittle on her face.
I'm going to tie her to pegs and let the sun cook her.
I just feel like the fact that in this game, the Barbarian turning on you should not have an impact on how you live your day-to-day life.
Right, here's the thing though, right? He's nearly dead. He's nearly dead. How is he even fighting? I should be able to I should be able to fucking slap him, and his skin burns so hard he just drops to the floor.
He's a barbarian, right? He's a barbarian, and by his standards, you wouldn't have had a chance. But now you're in with a bit of a shout. I kind of find that he's slightly weak.
Right, yeah,
Again, I
suppose.
implore you not to become less of a human being as a consequence of the fact that in this fictional setting, you had the opportunity to help a barbarian and he turned on you. If you
This
do
is
see an old
Frozen.
woman,
Frozen what's left of my heart.
all right, okay, I thought you meant
No.
if you do see an elderly woman in distress tomorrow, I implore you to help her, and then you can come back next week and say, "Do you know what, John? I did see an elderly woman in distress the next day, and I did help her, and she fucking turned on me as well."
If she was getting attacked, I would let them get in at least 6 more hits before I stood in the way. That's the stage I'm at now.
Right, lads, that's enough. She's had enough.
How about this barbarian? How's he looking? Let's fucking kill him. I've had enough. See if there's an option after this to spare him. I'm not taking it.
You've got a skill advantage of 3, so any dice rolls, your skill is 12. His skill is 9. So you've got a 3 advantage, which is probably one of your tougher fights thus far.
It is the toughest, I think.
I think it might be. So let's get this dice rolling. The combat stuff's always ironically the driest bit.
Yeah, I know, right? It really should. We need sound effects and stuff.
Exactly. It's the toughest bit. It says 23 minutes and 1 decision time.
Yeah. Let's crack on.
He rolled 6. You need to roll 3 or better, so I think you might be all right. You rolled 8.
Yes, get fucked.
His stamina is down to 5.
I want to tie him back up after this. Just put him back.
Afterwards, he'll be dead. What kind of?
I want him to be like 95% dead, so the vultures come down and he knows he's dead.
That's a fair point. We'll do that. Irrespective of whether that's the way it pans out, we'll do that. He rolled a 10. So you have to roll 13 or better with 2 dice. Right. Right. So he got 1 into you there. So your stamina's down to 16.
Fuck me.
Yeah, you weren't expecting that, weren't you?
It's the last time I ever helped anyone.
It's the last time you help a barbarian. To be fair, it doesn't happen often.
Unless that's a euphemism. You want to help the barbarian.
He rolled a 3, so you've got that one.
Good.
So you really need to get 2 more hits. Need to get 2 more hits into this guy, and then you're sorted. He rolled a 7, so you need to roll 4 or better.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
And you did. 1 more hit. You rolled an 8 in case you're for some reason logging this.
No, I'm not logging it. I'm logging the decisions I'm making now.
You've got one more hit. 1 more hit. Wouldn't it be great if after this he gets 8 hits in and kills you?
Just in a row. Luckiest barbarian.
Yep. The luckiest barbarian sounds like a really shit kid show from the 80s. He got a 6 in. You need to get 3 or better. And you get 5. You've killed him.
Good. Is he actually dead?
We'll
describe it to me.
We'll make him 95% dead, like you said, right? For reasons not only to yourself, you sick bastard.
I'd like to just take those ropes, tie him to my belt, and just drag him along.
This is 95%. This paragraph's going to make it for you. That's the last time you're going to do anybody a favour in some time. returning to the path you head north again. You don't even get any benefit.
What? He didn't have anything on him except a
Well,
loincloth, and I don't want
he had a big treasure hidden under his loincloth.
that. Unfortunately, it no longer works.
The only big stiff in that clearing now is him.
Oh, but I hope those vultures fucking have a feast.
Well, gradually the grass around you becomes shorter as the ground gently starts to rise. Ahead, you can hear the sound of a flowing river. You've left.
Okay.
This isn't barbarian chat anymore. You've moved on. Soon
Yeah.
you reach the bank of a slow flowing river. The river is very shallow, and stepping stones cross it to the far bank, where the path continues north into the distance. You've got the choices of crossing the river by the stepping stones or wading through the shallow water across the river.
Oh, I'm not a fucking idiot. This is an easy choice. We got to take the stepping stones, right?
Do you?
What? Yes.
Right, okay. Right, okay. Well, if that's what you want to do, I mean, if anybody watching wants to make a comment at this point,
Please. I mean, well, let's look at it this way. The stepping stones are above the water, or I can be up to my waist in water, or however. I don't even know how deep this river is.
it doesn't. It says the river is very shallow.
Oh, right.
I mean, I specifically told you that.
Right. Well, it depends how shallow very shallow is. If it's like ankle deep, then it's a stream.
Do you know what? I imagine, right? It must be deep enough that there's a difference between using the stepping stones and not using the stepping stones, but not so deep that you're going to be like up to your neck.
I don't know. Maybe the stepping stones are some sort of a trap, but then maybe the river itself is a trap. There's no right answer here. I don't. Well, maybe there is, but I don't see a right answer. Not an obvious
There's
one.
the right answer. The answer is
Level pegging. That sells it. Stepping stones it is then.
stepping stones. Let's do the stepping stones.
Fuck it.
I just get the feeling this was a bad idea.
This better not be like Takeshi's Castle.
I'm not allowed to influence you in any way, shape, or form, but fuck it. Right. You step carefully across the slippery stones to the other side of the river. You see the path continue north into the hills, but as it's getting dark, you decide to make camp for the night under a large solitary tree at the end of the path. Build a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. Now I'm going to have to ask you the question. Do you want to find out later on in our deleted scene what would have happened?
Yeah, it'll go on the maybe pal for sure. I mean, I don't know how much time we're going to have this week as a result of fucking about for the first 20 minutes.
We will make time.
Well, yeah, we'll put it on the maybe pal. But cool. Stepping stones passed without event, so
excellent. I imagine that the alternative. Imagine the alternative would have somehow been worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because they don't get it. Imagine if it's you wade through and I get to the other side and you fall asleep with slightly wet ankles.
You catch a chill.
And then you die.
You die, your legs drop off.
So you made what we at present consider the right choice. It could be that you like walked over the river and then tripped over something and found out that it was the head of the hammer you'd been looking for. Who knows?
It could have been
possible later. But anyway, you've been asleep for about an hour when the soft noise of fluttering wings wake you up.
Oh, wings! It's better not be those vultures.
You sit up and grab your sword, and the barbarian standing up again. Should I kill me, you prick? You sit up and grab your sword, and in the light of the full moon, you see three large shapes flying towards you. They look like large bats, but as you swoop in close, you see the unmistakable fang of vampire bats.
I thought in here I was thinking it was just fruit bats.
It asks if you possess any garlic buds, which you do.
Yes. Yes, we do. We've got one garlic buds.
Yep, you possess garlic buds. So if you want to use them, now's probably the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, smoke them if you got them.
Absolutely. You reach quickly into your backpack and pull out the garlic buds. The vampire bats close in and you veer away at the last second, screeching loudly. They hover above you, eager to drink your blood, as vampire bats do.
Eager, so eager, like a puppy.
But the garlic keeps them away. Eventually, they fly off in search of some other prey, leaving the garlic by your side.
Wait, we gotta keep the garlic?
Sorry. I realised there was a full stop there. See, this is where we realised that I wouldn't be a very good kind of audiobook reader, right? So they hover above you, eager to drink your blood, but the garlic keeps them at bay. Eventually, they fly off in search of some other prey. Full stop. Leaving the garlic by your side, you settle down to sleep again. In the morning, you collect your belongings and head north along the path. I think that means you can keep the garlic.
I think I've still got the garlic. I mean, I just wave them around.
I think you've got the garlic. We're keeping the garlic, right? If there's a point later on where you need the garlic, we'll debate it further. But right now, I think you've still got the garlic.
I'm having that garlic.
The ground is steep as the path winds its way into the hills. By the time you reach the top, the sun is quite hot. All around the distance, you see the green circle of darkwood forest. Something just attacked me there. I think there was a moth there, and I get a wee bit panicky because we've been talking about like
Vampire bats. It was all too real. It's too real.
I feel that now I've lost my place somewhat. But I'm back now. All around the distance, you see the green circle of the darkwood forest. Mist still hangs in the tall grass behind you, but ahead you see a valley floor bathed in sunlight.
Ooh.
All is quiet. As you start down the far side of the hill, you see a junction in the path. You've either got the choice of continuing north down the hill or heading west along a new branch. North or west?
West.
Try to take off a bit, but that's your choices.
West.
Go west. Sorry, I'm really struggling here. Not struggling because of this, because I'm loving it, but I'm just ill. The path along a ridge of the hill. Blah, 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 blah.
Just resetting yourself.
The path along the ridge of the hill. The path leads along a ridge of the hill. Fuck it. The path leads along a ridge of the hill and ends at another junction. You see that the way south leads back to the river, so you decide to head north again. It was like a waste of time. You're slightly
Do you know
north.
what that is? No. That is the
illusion of choice, Chris.
That's the author of that book. Clearly had a word count to meet, and he's like, we'll just make some of these decisions loops back to a previous decision. I'm on to you, Stephen, whatever his name is.
This one's Ian Livingston. But to be fair, right. You were heading north, right? So you're heading north. Let's give you the choice of heading west, right? So you've got that choice of heading west. Now you realise you've got the choice of this. So you are just slightly parallel to where you would have been. This is hard.
That could be important. We could have sidestepped a dragon for all we know. Given him the old police hammer. Oh, fuck yeah, I suppose we could have.
Exactly. That's your choices, dragon or hammer. And let me just say that nobody has ever said, stop, dragon time.
No, they haven't. That's true.
The path runs along a narrow gorge between two hills. You feel vulnerable, yet slightly aroused. No, you don't. You feel vulnerable. I just thought of the two. Anyway,
Vulnerable and weak and
you feel vulnerable and draw
susceptible
your
to
sword.
influence.
You feel vulnerable and draw your sword, expecting to be ambushed at any moment. Unfortunately, because you're concentrating and watching the sides of the gorge, you do not see a small patch of leaves and branches in the path ahead. Your foot goes right through the thin covering of a bear trap, and you plunge 4 meters to the bottom of a rocky pit. To add to your misfortune, a wooden stake with a sharp tip points out to the center of the pit.
Are you fucking serious?
You've got to test your luck.
Oh, luck's my worst stat.
Your luck,
come
7.
on.
Your luck 7.
What do I need to roll?
Basically,
Who?
so testing your luck. You have to roll 2 dice. You have to roll 2 dice, and they need to be less than 7.
Right. Okay.
So you're falling on a big spike.
Fuck's sake. All because I went west instead of north.
Exactly. This is the parallel line. And you rolled a 6, you lucky bastard.
Yes. Get fucking spikes.
Every time you test your luck goes down by 1. So that should be 6 then.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, that was lucky, to be fair. I mean, having a low luck.
Very lucky.
The lower that Rodney McBelfast luck is, the better my luck needs to be. So my luck came through there. I'm carrying Rodney through this.
So if you're lucky, you manage to avoid landing in the wooden stake, but you still fall heavily to the floor and lose 2 stamina points. If you had been unlucky, you'd have lost 4.
Jesus. That's pretty bad.
That was pretty bad.
Brought down to 14 stamina, is that right?
Your skills at 12, your stamina's at 14, your luck's at 6.
Well, at least the skill's holding up. That's as high as it can get.
The skill's holding up. But
yeah. The rest, not so good.
Now it's asking, do you possess the boots of leaping?
No, I don't think so.
You don't possess the boots of leaping.
Wait, did I just stay here forever now? Is that what it is? We just live in this pit now?
Oh well, we've still got our 21 minutes to fill, so it's not forever.
I'll make a new life down here.
I'm just kidding. Do you know we can make a new adventure called the Pit of Boredom?
yeah, the Pit of Boredom.
You
know when you said bear trap, I thought you meant an actual mechanical bear trap.
I thought a mechanical bear trap, but it was clearly just a hole that's a trap for a bear. Other animals could fall into the bear trap. I just feel that whoever invented the bear trap, whoever invented this bear trap, has kind of limited their ideas.
They've really boxed themselves into a corner on that one.
You could easily trap a gazelle in this.
Yeah, just about anything really. It's one spike,
except for a vulture.
Yeah. Oh no, nothing that can
or those vampire bats, or that barbarian that you killed. The chances of him falling at this trap in the near future are quite slim.
He would impale the spike.
Yep. So you're not even a bear and you fell in it as a frame of reference. Although weak from fever, you manage to sit up, you take hold of your sword and gritting your teeth.
Did you say weak from fever?
Yeah.
Why have I got a fever?
I have no idea. I get the feeling that this has led me to the wrong bit. Because it then mentions a werewolf bite. Am I drunk? Right, I'm going to retrace my steps for a minute.
A werewolf? Damn, online
Werewolf?
there's werewolves. That's pretty cool. Let's try and find the werewolf. That's what this is now. It's a werewolf hunt.
I think we found an error in this book. I bet you I just
Gone to the wrong page.
I can almost guarantee it.
I think we found an error in this book. And it's the fact that I'm fucking holding it.
The error's me.
You are the unexpected item in the bagging area.
Do you know what? It's my eyesight. It said to go to paragraph 14 and I took us to paragraph 19. Because my eyes are absolutely fucked. Look at me, they're like pistols in the snow. Look at that.
You could blindfold you with a shoelace.
You could blindfold me with a shoelace and it'd been an improvement. Honestly, that's ridiculous. Yeah, so this makes more sense. This makes more sense. He's suddenly having a fever bit by a werewolf. On account of the fact that it's the correct paragraph.
On the fact that you've turned to the right page. Imagine if you hadn't said anything, if we just continued and you went, all right. This is getting a bit trippy.
Do you? This sounds like a 5-year-old writing a book. Do you have the best of sleeping? No, you have a fever from a werewolf. What?
I don't remember. Was that Barbarian and a werewolf?
Anyway, just this. We have this message.
Sister 19 lol online from something written in Cyrillic. What's that? Bogier. I can't remember what the Y is. Who knows?
I did notice. See, when I was in St. Petersburg, we'll get back to this in a minute. When I was in St. Petersburg, I noticed that they actually translated Cyrillic almost verbatim from English. And,
what, really?
And some of the parts of St. Petersburg that were kind of tourist areas, they had words that were clearly they had just taken the English words and written them in the Cyrillic alphabet.
Yeah. It's hard to do that though. There's 33 letters in Cyrillic and only 26 in it.
Absolutely. Obviously, there were variations of a theme, but there were certain words that were just direct Cyrillic translations of like bar was like the BAP, you know, the weird P that they maybe that is Russian for bar. And I just went, maybe there was just 2 weeks of coincidence, and I went, that's just a direct English translation of Cyrillic. Celeriac. And everyone's favorite vegetable.
I think it's a vegetable.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what are your choices? Either vegetable or... Oh, I was attacked by a feral celeriac last night.
Vegetable, mineral, or animal.
Exactly. That's such a vegetable, mineral, or potential ex-partner. The pit is circular with smooth sides. See what I mean about how it makes sense there? The pit is circular with smooth sides, and you are too weak from your fall to climb out. Could this be the end, my friend? Maybe you'd have been better with a werewolf bite.
Maybe.
You call for help, but nobody comes to your aid. You sit down and ponder your fate. After about an hour, you hear a noise over. After about an hour, we're only 45 minutes. Should we do this in real time?
Yeah. I think I'll go for a curry. We'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. By the time it arrives, after about an hour, you hear a noise overhead. You look up and you see the bearded face of a stocky werewolf. No, a stocky man wearing a fur hat. He looks annoyed. He's a fur trapper, and you've ruined his trap. He was looking for
Your,
a bear.
your traps ruined my fucking ankles.
Exactly. Who's the real loser here? He shouts down to you that if you expect him to throw a rope down to rescue, it's going to cost you 3 gold pieces.
No, I'm
Feeling
getting
that, it's
fucking
going to take.
scammed.
Feeling that, he will take any one magical item you care to give him from your backpack.
Fuck off. I'll give him the gold. I'm not giving him one of my magic items. Wait, does he consider garlic a magic item?
Give him a bunch of garlic. Do you want some used garlic?
It's covered in vampire bat.
Covered in vampire bat pish.
No, I'll give him a fucking. I'll give him money. Whatever. I've got 11 gold on me, so.
Right. Yeah, you've got. Well, now you've got 8 gold on you.
Do you know what? I've lost track of the decisions. I think we've made 2 since.
Give him gold.
Keys my gold. All right, yeah.
After
I'll give
you
him the
agree
gold.
to pay off the angry fur trapper, he throws down a rope to you and you climb out the pit. You hand over the 3 gold pieces and you glare at the unfriendly fur trapper before setting off north again down the gorge.
Wouldn't it be funny if I had no money and decided not to take any magic items? Would he just leave me there? Surely.
I'll give you my boots of leaping that I just realised that I had.
No, he'll be like, "Oh, I'll just cover this trap up," and it's like, "Well, you realise when a bear falls in here, I'm just going to eat your bear, and that's how I'm going to survive."
It's going to land in that spike, and I'm going to have sheesh kebab bear.
It's going to spit roast it.
This going on again. We're getting erotic again, Chris. Yeah, for trap of spit roast and a bear. Continuing down the gorge, you see the hand of a sword sticking out from a large rock by the side of the path. Imagine. Do you want to pull the sword free from the rock, or do you want to continue walking down the gorge?
This is the face of someone who's been burned before.
Exactly. You get a choice of pulling a sword free. You might become the King of England or Albion.
Fuck. I don't want to be the King of England. Do you know what? Even though every time I tell myself next time I'm just gonna walk on, I'm pulling the sword. I have to pull the sword. Fuck it.
Pull the sword.
Yeah, I'm pulling the sword.
You take hold of the sword and place your foot against the rock. And now we've got the choice. You've got to roll 2 dice. And if the number rolled is equal to or less than your current skill score, you get it out.
Wait.
And it has to be because your skill's 12. The sword slides slowly out the rock.
I'm the Hulk. I am the Incredible Hulk.
The sword is magnificent and was obviously made by a master craftsman. It feels powerful in your hand.
Oh, yes.
You can add 2 points to your current skill score for the enchanted sword.
It's
and
because 14.
And because it's enchanted, it goes above your initial score. You're not supposed to go above your initial, but because it's enchanted, you do. You know
this is incredible.
It pretty much makes you, I'd say, unbeatable.
I'd say unbeatable. This is class. But yeah, if I got that helmet before, I would have had 15 now. Do you remember the helmet from the tree? In the deleted scene?
Exactly. Your enchanted helmet. Chris's enchanted helmet is another podcast that's fully on after 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's kind of like Bernard's watch, except it's my bell end.
And everybody comes from all around to adore it.
And borrow it.
Cutting your new weapon through the air, you set off north down the gorge. Again, that sounds slightly erotic.
Skiing down it.
Skiing down the gorge with your weapon. Between the hills, you see the flat green valley floor stretching out ahead and beyond, a sinister wall of trees, darkwood forest. It's called the Forest of Doom. We had to get back into the forest at some point. On the other side of the trees lies Stone Bridge, your journey's end.
What?
Arriving in the valley floor, the path ends at a junction. You've got the choice of heading west or heading east.
And is it west or east?
Who knows?
Okay.
Basically, you need to get through this set of trees to get to the end of your quest. So hopefully you've
we
not
haven't
missed
found
it.
either of the we haven't found either of the hammers.
Maybe they're in the second half of the forest.
Okay, east. We went west last time.
Head east.
That's another decision. No, wait, that's another 2 decisions. We're up to, that's 15 decisions made, approximately.
You walk along the Green Valley floor. Your walk along the Green Valley floor brings you to a junction in the path. If you want to head north, go for it. Or you can head east. You can continue east or head north.
First thought, best thought. Let's go east.
I'm
East,
worried
Brian
that,
down.
yeah,
Loaded
because
up and
north
trucking.
seems to take you to the end of your quest. You continue your walk along the valley floor, passing a junction in the path which leads south to the hills. You soon arrive at another junction. Again, one of the branches leads south to the hills, which you obviously don't want to do. So you've got the choice again of heading north or carrying on east.
Wait. Oh, okay. Just keep going east.
Keep going east.
Why not? Why not?
Why not, indeed? Here's why not. No, I'm only joking. Traveling along the quiet valley floor, the path comes to the end at a junction. Comes to the end at a junction. The way south leads back into the hills, so you decide against it and head north.
Oh, okay, fair enough. North,
Ooh.
north, north. 3 different opportunities to go north. We're gonna find that they all lead to the same place.
Exactly. You fall back down a bear trap. Go fuck it. No, I'm only joking.
Being bit by a werewolf on the way down.
It's
It's a bear trap, but it already has a werewolf that's previously been impaled, and he's really hungry.
really hungry and angry. The valley floor is green and pleasant, and you wonder why such a tranquil place should be the home of so many loathsome creatures like werewolves. A lot
And
walking along
trappers.
the path, you see in the distance the portly shape of a balding man dressed in long brown robes heading in your direction.
It's Friar
As he,
Tuck.
get, as he gets closer, you see that he is a friar. You've got the choice of starting a conversation with him or walking past him with a nod of a head. And hey, mate. So
Aye,
you can chat to him or just go, hey, mate.
I'll just go right, mate. Fuck them. Last time I stopped to be nice to somebody, I got attacked by them. So this friar, I'm just gonna give him booty, booty, booty mucker.
All right. And hey, mate. So you walk past him. In the distance, you see the dark brown wall of trees looming up before you. The path leads directly into the dark red forest and soon starts to twist and turn between tangled roots and bushes. The path eventually splits. You've got the choice of continuing north or heading west.
We went east 3 times. Let's go west.
You got to go west and just kind of wander a bit.
Yeah, I feel like this will, because we went north. Hold on. How does this work on that screen? That's east on this screen, right? So we went like 1, 2, 3 east. Now we're going north 1, and now we're going west 1. So we're just where the second one would have went.
Your walk west is arduous and uneventful. You pass 2 branches off the path leading south, which you ignore. Eventually, you arrive at a junction. Again, ignoring the way south, you head north.
Fair enough.
Amidst the trees to the left of the path, you see a small stone building covered with ivy and moss. Do you want to examine the building or do you want to carry on north along the path?
I feel like this is going to be a very boring thing if I just keep going, no, I walk past it. Fuck it, let's examine the building. See if it's that witch's hut again. I'm going to shove this brand new sword up her and then shish kebab her.
The building measures only 3 meters by 3 meters and has no windows. The door is made of stone and looks very solid. There's no handle and there does not appear to be any other way to enter the building. Then you notice a tiny keyhole in the stone door. Do you possess a silver key?
No.
No.
Bet that friar had it.
Bet he fucking did.
Yeah. Oh well, fuck the door then. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, well, you have to.
I'm trying to feel like I'm in control.
You're not.
I know.
You've got the choice of either charging the door or returning along the path.
I'm returning along the path. Charging the door is just going to injure me. I've already lost a lot of stamina at this session.
Can I change your mind?
What?
I don't know. I just decided to say, can I change your mind? I don't know. I think it'd have been dead exciting for you to charge the door.
I think it would be dead injury inflicting for me to charge the door.
All right, that's fine. All right, no, I mean, we're 57 minutes in, and that'd have been a good point to just come up with a kind of cliffhanger.
Fine. Fuck it. We'll charge the door then.
No, I don't want you to charge the door. I mean, if you don't want to charge the door, don't charge the door. I just get the feeling that there might be. I'm not supposed to influence you in any way, shape, or form, right?
But you just have. Let's charge the door.
No, don't fucking charge the door on my account, mate. I don't care.
We're charging the door on your account. Let's charge this door.
Now my dad, this is the wrong session. You're meant to die.
No, let's charge the door. I think we should charge the door.
I just feel that now I've gone beyond my remit as the kind of games master here.
No, right. You have, and now you have to learn. So we're charging the door. You go beyond your remit. These consequences are yours now. Whatever happens to me, my life is in your hands. My life is in your hands.
So you're going to charge the door?
Yeah, I'm charging the door.
Right, okay. You step back and then charge at the door, not realising like a big fucking moron that there was a giant spike at head height which goes through your eye and kills you instantly. You step back, charge the door.
You held that for long enough that I started to be convinced that you were telling the truth.
You have to roll 2 dice. If the number rolled is equal to or less than both your luck and skill scores, the door flies open.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, your skill's 14, so that's fine. So the 2 dice rolls have to be lower than 6 for you to get in, because it's your skill and your luck.
Right, okay.
Four and 1, you lucky bastard.
Does that mean my luck goes down again?
It does go down again. No,
oh my god.
It didn't specifically mention that you were testing luck. So I would say that your luck doesn't go down.
Oh, thank you. But, you know, as unlucky as Rodney McBelfast is, holy shit, Lady Luck is being a whore for me tonight.
Absolutely. But again, I feel really bad because I feel like I did influence that decision. And
yeah, but I mean, you influenced the decision, and there was a huge probability that I was going to fail. And I still managed to do it.
Inside, you see stone stairs leading down the door into gloomy depths. You cannot see a thing down the stairs. You can descend the stairs or leave the building, return to the path, and head north.
How am I going to charge a door and then not descend the stairs?
That would be... Well, do you know what? I'm going to jump in here and say that this would be a good cliffhanger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've hit the 1 hour mark, so probably a good place to cut it. But,
that's it. I'm assuming you're going to go down the steps, but we're not going to find out what's down those steps till next week.
Yeah, of course we're going down the steps. We're not putting our shoulder to a door to then just. I just don't like closed doors. Fuck your stairs.
My arm's really sore now, and I'm not sure how I feel about this whole thing.
I think I need to go
Gonna
see
wander
my
back
physician.
into the forest. What was I thinking? Oh, what?
I'm not cut out for this game.
Just gonna go. See the next decision to head south. I'm just taking. I'm going home.
I'm a Wahim. This is pish. I'm a Wahim.
So you're going to head down the steps, but we'll find out what happens next week. Now, I mean, you only had one potential deleted scene.
We did. Well, I did consider talking to the friar to be
Oh,
one
I
of
never
my
even
head.
thought of talking to the friar.
Yeah, because but part of me thinks that it'll be the silver key, and that's not exciting. So I do want to try the river actually.
Do I try the river and not the friar?
Yeah, fuck the friar.
Fuck the friar. I mean, that wasn't a choice, but
No, it doesn't matter whether it was a choice or not. It's happening.
right. He's got a vow of celibacy.
Yeah, he's been tripped up for so long.
So anyway, guys, it's time. That's the end of our Tide 10 and Titan. And if you wait for us, you will see a potential deleted scene coming soon. Guys, thank you very much for Tide 10 and Titan.
It's always a laugh. See you next week.
Welcome to Tide 10 and Titan deleted scene.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I'm going to be dredging through a river this week.
I'm really glad that you chose this over the friar because I hadn't taken a note of the friar paragraph to go back to it, whereas I had taken a note. If you had that, I'd have blagged it in that 30 seconds. I'm like, where's the fucking friar? Where's the friar? Which sounds like basically because currently don't have a kitchen. That sounds like my last few weeks have been. Where's the friar? We need the
Where's
friar.
my friar?
Where's the microwave? Right. Anyway, so here's our deleted scene, which was where Rod McBelfast decided not to use the stepping stones that were readily available to him.
Yeah, you were like at the time you were like, I don't know, stepping stones seem like a bad idea.
I feel like that makes up for the way that I basically pushed you into that last choice. So am I the worst games master in history?
No, definitely not. I've played a lot of TTRPGs and stuff, and holy shit, there is a wide spectrum.
I do feel that I influenced that last decision somewhat, and it was my intention. I was trying to be kind of going, "Oh, what will you do?" sort of thing. Obviously, I'm not the worst games master in history. About the fact that I don't know if you know this. This is like, do you know that Hitler used to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I would say he's and not necessarily. It wasn't necessarily a bad games master, but he was a bad person. So I think that makes him the worst.
I heard that he invented Blood Bowl.
He did invent Blood Bowl, and again, I still haven't done the tutorials for Blood Bowl, but we'll take that off. We're doing Blood Bowl, mate. We're doing Blood Bowl.
We should stream us playing Blood Bowl.
We should absolutely stream Blood Bowl, but that's a different stream. That'd be awesome, right?
Yeah,
again,
really
stay tuned for deleted. No, I'm not gonna do it.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You step into the water and you start to wade across the river. The water's quite murky. And although the level only rises to your waist, that is quite significant. I didn't realise it's
I did say up to my waist. I specifically said up to my waist. You can rewind it now if you're on YouTube and confirm that.
You don't think I'd go back and listen to all these and lull myself to sleep at night listening to us talking to each other?
You know them all. You know all of them. You could write a transcript.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Harry Slaughter. See, I'm still back in season 1. The water's quite murky, and although the level only rises to your waist. You feel somewhat vulnerable to the creatures that may live in the river. Suddenly your fears are realised. You feel sharp teeth sinking into your thigh. You reach down into the water and feel the long, thin body of a blood eel extending from your leg.
Do
You
they,
draw your
yeah,
sword and start to stab at the water.
why don't I just use the garlic? Seems to have many uses.
I don't think it would. I don't think it would work.
It's vampire eel.
Basically, you fight the eel and then drag yourself out of the water and feel sorry for yourself and end up where you were. That was your deleted scene for this week. You should have probably found out what the fryer was going to do.
We still could, but I in my head, in the back of my head, I did think maybe the stepping stones are going to be like a Takeshi's Castle situation where there's like loose ones and that.
I have to say that I was pretty much thinking the same thing when I thought
Skipping stones. That's such a good game. The Shin Destroyer.
I don't even. I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to try and find the fryer. Which is more difficult than you would think.
That's me when I'm drunk.
Find the fryer.
I gotta find the fryer.
Let's try and find the fryer. Right, fuck it. Let's try and find the fryer. You kept going east. You kept going east. Find the fryer. Find the fryer. Find the fryer. Just talk amongst yourself. Find the fryer. I found the fryer!
He's found the fryer. Get the chips on.
Found the fryer. That was dead easy.
Do you know, before you continue, there used to be in my hometown a chippy called Friar Tuck. There you go. Well, Friar Tucks. With an apostrophe S. Yeah, it's not that. Is it that?
I will say that this isn't Friar Tuck.
No.
But let's find out together what would have happened if you
Yes,
spoke to the
please.
Friar in this Tight 10 and Time deleted scene.
Do you somehow make money every time that's played?
I wrote that jingle. That's why it's 30 seconds long, because that's the absolute minimum before you start to get copyright money on it. The problem is that in a self-fulfilling prophecy, I have to pay myself. So
You, every time you put that up, money goes back into your own pocket from your own pocket.
But you've no idea how many people are using that right now. I do, however, the answer is 4. So that's me. It's 57 pence a pop. It doesn't sound like much, but it does add up.
It does add up when you're looking at a new kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. £2.28 in my pocket right now, which actually sounds quite good. For 30, £2.28 for 30 seconds isn't a bad shout, man.
No.
If you could keep that going consistently, you'd be all right.
You just have to make sure it's playing endlessly everywhere in the world.
Exactly, but not by me.
No, but not by you.
But I'm hoping that people are watching this kind of going, I really like that jingle. I'm going to use that.
John, nobody's watching this.
Exactly. Tell me, the friar is very nervous and jittery and shuffles from side to side as you start to speak. He's a nervous friar. You ask him why he's so distraught, and he tells you that his sacred brass bell has been stolen. His payment for its return is willing to offer a magic healing potion. Do you have the brass bell?
Don't think so.
I'm just double checking. You don't. You don't have a brass bell. That'd have been great if you had the brass bell.
I think that rings a bell. Did we not have a brass bell in a deleted scene, or am I going nuts? Nah.
Do you know? I think
never
you
mind.
might have. It sounds familiar, but anyway,
It
you
does
don't
sound
have the brass
familiar.
bell. If you had the brass bell in a deleted scene, it doesn't count. You don't have a brass
No.
bell.
Was that it? We would have got a healing potion for giving him a brass bell.
Tell me your story. You have not seen his brass bell. The poor old friar frowns and then asks you if you would like to give him a gold piece for a good cause.
No, fuck
You want to
you.
give him a gold piece for a good cause?
Well, it depends what the cause is.
Racist friars across America.
Oh, dear me. Wait, well, it's a deleted scene, so we have to see both results. So I'm going to say my first instinct is to say, no, fuck you. If I give you a gold piece, give me a healing potion. I just gave 2 gold to get out of a hole. I'm not giving you 2 gold to fix a hole in your roof.
Right, so I'm going to give... Well, we see what happens if you give him a gold piece and then see what happens if you didn't.
Fair enough. Let's do it that way.
Okay. The friar smiles and says, bless you. He bows and sets off south along the path, whistling. As he goes, he adds 2 luck points and head north.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Yep. But
I didn't realise that you could buy luck from friars.
You can buy luck from friars. But if you didn't do it, the friar shakes his head, saying there doesn't seem to be any charity in the world anymore. With a shrug of his shoulders, he heads off south again. You watch him disappear before continuing north. So the friar was a bit fucking shit, wasn't he?
What? I want to rob him.
He can't, because his pal's Robin Hood. He'd rob you.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he? Wait, no, he can't rob me. I'm not rich.
In fact,
I'm poor. He should be giving me money.
It's a bit like me playing this again. If I'm not rich and I'm robbing from the rich just to give to myself, it's kind of self-perpetuating.
You just moving shit around like nothing's going anywhere.
See, this has been an hour and 30 minutes long, but if we took this out of the equation, it'd have probably been an absolute hour.
Yeah, it would have been exactly.
Exactly an hour. We basically had 13 minutes and 30 seconds of.
And no, you're gonna have to keep playing it until because now we're starting to lose money.
I need to play the full 30 seconds, and I don't see the benefit. Guys, this has been the return of Titan and Titan. We've ended in a cliffhanger. Rod McBelfast is going to wander down some steps into a dark, gloomy cave, pushed not at all by his games master to do so. It was just joshing in the hope that we could get some comments going. And now it feels like it's completely manipulated events, which was not my intention. I don't know why I'm splitting in between the first and the third person there, but I was.
Yeah, he sort of flagged.
I'm
quite happy with the result. If it was a simple case of you batter the door in, it opens, go down the stairs, that would have been a bit, But the fact that I actually had to succeed at something in order to do it, sort of.
I'm just worried that see if you go down there and you find like a brass bell and you go, fucking friar, I could have given that to him.
Backtrack and find him. I really wonder what that brass bell was. I remember we had a hairbrush in the last thing, and I have no idea what that was for.
It was for brushing hair.
Well, it was.
I don't know what a hairbrush is for. I can fucking tell.
I use it to brush ash off surfaces.
Guys, this has been a slightly extended episode, but not the most extended episode we've had of Titan and Titan. Sorry, I've been kind of sniffing throughout. I've still had a whale of a time.
Me too.
I've been John Crunch, the Games Master. This has been Chris Ashworth, who plays Rod McBelfast.
He's still pointing the wrong way. You were like, this is Chris.
Yeah, this is. Well, why is that? Because I'm pointing.
It's mirrored. It's mirrored.
I'm pointing at you. There you go.
Just try and remember what side of the room your plant's on.
So-
I
so
remember
after-
I just fucked it up.
That's not my plant. Ah!
Triffids.
Day of the Yucca.
Day of the Yucca.
Right, okay. So this has been Chris Ashworth.
This has been John Crothers.
What is
Packet of
Harris?
KFC crisps.
Are they any good?
Aye, they're lovely. Other crisps are available.
Other crisps are available, especially if they're willing to sponsor this.
For sure, oh yeah.
Brought to you by Space Invaders and Rum.
Space Invaders are so good though.
Brought to you by Transformer Snack.
Oh, it's even better. Bikers. Do you get bikers over here? I don't think you do get bikers.
I haven't many a biker.
Like barbarians.
Barbarian bikers. Yes, no, I know bikers. What? It's just I'm digging a hole here. Yeah, no. You do get bikers.
Okay, good. They're delicious. I'll have to find some.
So anyway, if anybody who's watching this and wants to sponsor us, that'd be awesome.
And we might kill your brand.
We might kill your exactly. Just gonna do you remember Monster? Do you remember Monster Munch used to be the crisp for this big?
I like to eat Monster Munch while I peg a barbarian off a Smalley's back.
So anyway, tonight's episode of Titanic Time was brought to you by Monster Munch, Pegging and Rum.
All at the same time.
Wash your hands. Guys, we'll see you next week. I've been John Krause. This has been Chris Ashworth. Hey, good night.